Welcome to Quilt Market 2014 in Houston, Texas. I'm Vicki Anderson, publisher of Machine Quilting Unlimited and Modern Quilts Unlimited magazines. We're here today with one of our authors, Mary Vaneecke, and Mary's going to talk to us about her quilt that's in the show, her new book, and everything to do with quilting.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Vicki. It's great to be here with Meander Publishing, and I'm so excited to talk about my new book. I've got a 3D technique which I've developed for use with commercial fabrics, and this way folks can take a beautiful landscape fabric or a home deck fabric or a whimsical fabric and use it to create a 3D quilt, which gives a little element of surprise to the quilt. The technique involves using Misty Fuse and felt batting, and the Misty Fuse is used to base the fabric and quilt layers together. There's no piecing to these quilts, and there's no applique or binding, so you're just relying on really great fabrics and your quilting skills. And you can have a raw cut edge, which exposes the colored felt batting in between the layers, and it just makes for a nice, interesting detail. The book is available on my website at maryvaneecke.com. So this is my book, Wild and Wonderful 3D Quilting. It's set up in 3 parts. So the first part is all about the process and a lot of detailed information about that, so how you can make your own 3D quilt. But there's also 4 projects involved, and this is one of them, which you can see here. I've got essentially 2 quilts sewn together. One falls forward and exposes the quilt behind it, and then I embellish this with some beautiful fall silk leaves. And it's got a raw edge, or satin stitch edge here, and a raw cut edge here, which because I've outline quilted this beautiful fall leaf fabric. So that's the essence of the technique, and this is one of the projects in the book. You can also make the monkey quilt on the cover. I call this quilt It's a Jungle Out There, and this is in the Quilt Festival show here this year in Houston. And the last 2 projects are 2 small photo frames, which are, here's one of them, which is a great little fun project that you can make with a favorite fabric, with some nice fabrics that coordinate with a favorite photograph. And that's the book. And finally, there's a bunch of gallery photos for inspiration for your next 3D quilt. So that's my book, and I'm so happy that you invited me to come here and talk about it.
Thank you for being here.